What's up, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. And today I'm going to go over 3 things that I think all duck hunters should not do. And we're getting started right now. What's up, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Now, before we get into today's video, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you get notified anytime I post a video. I got a lot of hunts coming up this season. I'm going to be hunting with a lot of different people, a lot of other YouTubers, and I really don't want you to miss out with the content coming up this duck season, as well as the things that'll be coming up during the off season. So hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. And if you get value from this video, hit that thumbs up button for me. It really helps me out a lot when you do that. Now, one thing that I think all duck hunters should do is don't be a claimer. Now, what I mean by claimer is when you're in the blind with your buddies or your friends, or if you get asked by somebody to be a guest and hunt with them on their hunting club or their lease or wherever it may be, or just go hunt some public land, don't be that guy who claims every bird that gets shot, okay? Look, you might be a good shot, but unless you got a shot cam or some type of filming camera on your gun to verify and prove that you did kill every single bird, chances are, if you're with a group, you didn't kill every one of them. Okay, don't be that guy. I've been hunting with people before in the past with a group, and there's always seems to be that one person. Oh, I shot one. He went down over there. I mean, every volley that comes in, you go out there and pick up a bird, and he killed most of them. You know, there's always that one guy. Now, not saying that guy is a problem, and that's not somebody you want to hunt with, but look, just don't be that guy. Okay, just if you got 4 or 5 hunters with you, there's a really good chance that you probably did kill one, but you got to consider the odds. So don't be that guy and claim all the birds. Just get out there, everybody get their limits, and go home. And don't worry about it. It's really not that big a deal. If it comes down to a band or something like that, hey, I'll get you some dice. Everybody take turns rolling the dice, highest number wins. But don't be the claimer, all right? Nobody wants to hunt with that guy. They get tired of hearing that. So don't be the claimer. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is the old phrase, stay in your lane, bro. Now, that can be applied to almost anything in life. But when it comes to duck hunting, stay in your lane, bro. To me, the way I'm talking about it is everybody has a range of shooting left to right, okay? You got a hunter on your left or a hunter on your right. Keep in mind that you've got about 45 degrees in either direction, and that's about all you want to shoot. You don't want to shoot over top of each other's head, because then you take a muzzle blast and blow their eardrums out. I mean, nobody wants to have to experience that. I've had it happen to me before, and I'm sure over my years of duck hunting, I know I've done that to other people. And you know, and it's not that you mean to. You just kind of get caught up in a minute shooting the birds. It happens. But if everybody can just be like, all right, you know, you're on the right, you got everything. You got what's on the right. You're on the left. And the guy in the middle, he's just got, you know, he's got his pretty wide range of, you know, bumping up, meeting up to their range of fire. So just keep those things in mind. Nobody wants to get muzzle blasted, blow their ears out. Don't be that guy, all right? Because that's, especially if you got invited on a hunt, and that's one of the first things you do. The first group comes in, you raise up and shoot, and you blow out your buddy's ears to the left, who was kind enough to invite you to hunt with him. You may not get to come back, because that's just not good blind etiquette, in my opinion. So don't do that stuff. Just keep that in mind. Always shoot within your range of fire, left and right. Now, the third and final thing I want to go over is, I'm not going to say that it's really a big problem, but I have heard it brought up before when I've been on hunts with other people, and it just kind of gets under my skin, all right? And that is telling other people how to call, or telling them they're wrong for doing what they're doing when you're in the woods or in the blind. Now, look, if you're watching this video, chances are you already know how to blow a duck call. But we can all agree there is a correct way to do it and there's a wrong way to do it, you know. But with that being said, there are very many different styles of duck calling across the United States. You know, down here in the South and kind of Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, we all kind of typically share what we call, or what is called, the Arkansas style of duck calling. But now if you go out to the Midwest, Central Flyway, those guys, I mean, they all present the air the same way and they all blow the call same way mechanically, but their tone is a little bit different. Some of their cadences are a little bit different. So it varies from different locations, different places across the U.S. On the East Coast, those guys have a different sound. Out on the West Coast, California, Oregon, Washington, you guys over there, Nevada, y'all have a different sound. Everybody has a sound depending on their region, and there's nothing wrong with any of them. So if you go hunting with some guys in the Midwest and they have a little more raspier tone or a little bit deeper tone than what you do coming from, you know, the Mississippi Flyway, where you may be using or calling as an Arkansas style of call, that doesn't mean those guys are wrong. It doesn't mean you're right. It just varies. Everybody does things different. So when you get out there and hunt with those guys and you hear somebody putting a lot of rasp in their call, or maybe a little bit too much voice and it's got a little deeper tone to it, don't go up there and say, hey man, no, that I don't know what you're doing, but that's not how you blow a duck call. Don't do that. I mean, if you want to say something to the guy, maybe say it after the hunt, like, hey man, blow that duck call for me, man. That thing sounds pretty good for you. What kind of call is that? Ask them those kind of things, and maybe, you know, approach it that way if you think it needs addressing. But it's really no one's place to tell another person, you know, that ain't how you do it. Now, it's one thing if that one person, maybe he's a new duck caller, he's a beginner, this is his first time trying it, and maybe he's flaring birds, maybe he's over calling, not calling at the right time. You know, you might want to say something then, or, you know, maybe just want to, hey man, look, wait for us, or whatever. You know, when we start calling, you chime in, something like that. You know, say, hey, look, you know, but you have to teach new hunters those type things, how to read the birds, when to call, when not to call, what calls to do at certain times, depending on what the bird is doing and how they're reacting to your calling and your decoy spread. So that's the big thing with me. I'm not going to tell you how to call if I'm hunting with you, but now I may give you some calling tips on here through a video. But if I'm hunting with you, I'm not going to tell you that you're doing it wrong or anything like that. It's not my place. Calling styles are different all across the country. So keep these things in mind when you go hunting with a buddy, or if you go travel out to a different state to hunt with somebody. Keep these things in mind. So those are 3 things that I think all duck hunters should not do. Now, we can all agree that the list of things you should not do when duck hunting can be a mile long. We can all agree on that. But those are 3 things that I have experienced personally in the last few years, hunting with other people, traveling and hunting with different people. And those 3 things just seem to really come up a good bit, and they really get under my skin. So I just kind of wanted to touch on that. If you have some different ideas or different experiences, please drop it in the comments below. Share your experience. Tell me what you think other hunters shouldn't do. Maybe if you've experienced something different. I really like to have your feedback. And like always, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you watching my videos week in and week out, hitting that like button, hitting the subscribe button. I really appreciate y'all. And that's all I got for you this week, guys. So until next time, y'all bust them up.